Hello friends, today again I am before you with the model answer of yesterday's question. As you know, we keep on rotating. One day we give theoretical question, another day we take a case study. So today is the turn of theoretical question. So now let us see what was the theoretical question given yesterday and what can be the model answer for that. Today in turn we will be giving a case study for which we will be discussing the model answer tomorrow, and we'll also finalize what the answer will be. So now let us see yesterday's question. In situations of ethical conflict, impartiality must not become moral indifference. Critically examine the limits of neutrality in public administration using relevant examples. So basically the question is, we have to critically examine the limits of neutrality. Now, neutrality and impartiality are one and same thing. Both are same. So different words are used. Don't confuse. So critically examine the limits of neutrality in public administration using relevant examples. Now, this sentence, this quotation gives idea what can be the limits of impartiality or neutrality. So basically, this we have to. I mean, we need not expand this sentence or this quotation, but we have to examine in our own way. So that's what the understanding of this question is, because first we have to understand the question and then accordingly we have to frame our answer. So basically, we have to critically examine to what extent neutrality or impartiality is good, and then how it has to be balanced with other ethical qualities so that the administration remains effective, relevance, and ethical also. So first, as you know, we will start with introduction. We'll try to give a few examples. We will try to quote a few ethical theories. We will try to also bring in some ethical thinkers from India and from Western philosophy. And then accordingly, we'll try to conclude the answer. So this is the format of the basically, I mean, 150 word questions, you know, this is the format of answer. So now let us start. Impartiality is central to ethical governance, but in complex moral situations, rigid neutrality may become moral indifference. So basically, if you see in the first line, also quotation also is like that only. Impartiality must not become moral indifference. So sometimes rigid neutrality or rigid impartiality becomes moral indifference. So this is what I mean, we have to now prove a failure to intervene even when justice demands it. So this is important. So in basically in introduction, we are again re-emphasizing what has been said in the question itself, and we are trying to basically also say that even though impartiality is central to ethical governance, sometimes it becomes unethical also. Now let us see some examples. Because we have to prove with live examples, we have to prove with ethical theories, we have to also prove with the views of ethical thinkers. In the Muzaffarnagar riots 2013, administrative inaction under the pretext of neutrality allowed targeted violence to spiral. And this basically happens in any uh, riots or any violence case. So here, the example has been given is that in the pretext of neutrality, allowed the targeted violence to spiral. During the COVID-19 lockdown, again another example, some officers enforced curfews rigidly, ignoring the plight of migrant workers. All of you are aware what happened in COVID, reflecting a breakdown of empathetic discretion. Because migrant workers, they walked for miles, kilometers, and there were a big problem actually. All very, I mean, all through it was reported. So this also happened, and I mean, here also neutrality and impartiality was enforced. In contrast, now another positive example. So these two are basically negative examples. Okay, how neutrality or impartiality has become a problem for the administration. Now let us see a positive example. In contrast, IS officer Rohini Haji Bhakre in Tamil Nadu showed principled impartiality by personally supervising food and distribution to the homeless during the same crisis. Now, in fact, this has happened in many states, not only in Tamil Nadu. One example has been given, but this has happened during COVID. Many officers, many states have come up, and many private institutions, many NGOs have also come up, and they basically started distributing food. They started arranging for shelters for such migrant workers, and all those things happened. So this is one example how a good officer, empathetic officer, how he or she can change the situation, which others are not able to do the same thing. Now, Dr. Ambedkar's idea of constitutional morality. Now, one Indian political thinker we are quoting urges civil servants to uphold justice and rights beyond procedural neutrality. So, main target of civil servants is to uphold justice and rights. So, procedure is all right. I mean, procedure one has to follow, but the main objective is to uphold justice and rights. Another philosopher we are quoting, John Rawls' difference principle. You are already aware now what is the difference principle, because difference principle of John Rawls is basically different treatments can be given to different sections of society if it promotes well-being of underprivileged. So that is basically the difference principle of John Rawls. So he supports prioritizing the disadvantaged to ensure ethical fairness. So here also, you cannot be neutral to everybody of the society. That all sections of society are equal, so I will be neutral to everybody. No, you have to take more care. You have to give more support to disadvantage to ensure ethical fairness, and that is difference principle of John Rawls. Gandhi, another Indian thinker we are bringing in, held that neutrality amid injustice is moral cowardice. This is very important quote from Gandhi. While Martin Luther King Jr. warned that silence in moral crisis strengthens oppression. So all this we have quoted, their ethical theories we have quoted. Now we'll quote some documents also. For example, Second ARC Administrative Reforms Commission report, which is a report on ethical values in administration, also cautions against passive neutrality that enables wrongdoing. So true impartiality involves active fairness, guided by empathy, equity, and constitutional values. So now this is in a way a pre-conclusion, you can say, of the whole thought process which have been written till now. And then final paragraph, thus a civil servant must balance neutrality with moral courage. Silence in the face of injustice is not impartiality, it is administrative failure. So this basically completes the model answer for this. As you know, 150 words answers are given, and this accordingly it has been written. Tomorrow we will take up on case study. Now let us see what is the case study which we are going to take up tomorrow. Now case study reads like this. Flood forecasting AI error. This is the topic basically. So heading also I have written, but a faulty forecast leads to delayed evacuation and deaths. The firm blames training data, while officials blame each other. You are appointed for accountability. Who is accountable for this deaths as well as delayed evacuation and all the problems which has come up? So inquiry officer, you have been appointed. So what will you do? Basically, this is the theory. I keep on telling the case studies which I am giving here, only 2 lines I am writing, but same can be elaborated in half a page also. And usually you will get like that. So the central theme will be same, but then you will get the case studies which are about half a page, but the answer will be same, except a few words here and there will be changed. So again, I am reading this case study. This is regarding flood forecasting through faulty AI, artificial intelligence system. A faulty forecast leads to delayed evacuation and deaths. The firm means the private firm which has been asked to deploy the AI algorithm. They blame training data, while officials blame each other. You are appointed for accountability. What will you do? Now, you also think over what is the what can be the answer for this? I will come up with discussion and model answer tomorrow. So thanks a lot for watching today's video. We'll meet again tomorrow with the case study discussion and model answer. Thank you one and all.